Hey TSL, it's Aaron. As I told you, we're gearing up for TSL 4, so I just want to get some information out there. This first video is just to kind of get a little explanation, get you guys excited. Hopefully you're as excited as we are. With Terry's release, we have 75 out of 80. Our largest tournament so far has been 52. So the fact that we've gone from 52 to 75 possible people is amazing. Usually there's somebody who can't make it or something that drops, but we're hoping everybody can make it, maybe have a last few minute entrance and we get to full 80 and fill our standard bracket completely. We're bigger than Live Seal so far. I mean, how exciting is that? Way to go. And we do that because of our community. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. Initially, I just want to say thank you to the owners for trusting me to run these events every year. So far, everything's gone great. I also want to say thank you to the people who have supported me, especially the directing team. You know who you are, but Mel, Tom, Kay, and David. Also, a special thank you to Alan Block. He helped me a lot with spell checking the rules and everything, organizing that. So that's got us coming together. In this first video, I just kind of want to quickly go over the expectations of the schedule. We've posted pictures of the schedule online. If you have any questions, please let us know. It's really pretty straightforward as far as what's going on and what's there. The big thing to pay attention to is going to be the bracket times for standard on the back of the schedule here. It breaks down when you're supposed to be there. Now remember, in order to make these work, we got to have our members helping us line judge. So built into the brackets, you'll notice at each one, it'll say in ring 1, 2, and 3, pools 1, 2, and 3 will be fighting, and then pool 8, 9, and 10 will be there to line judge, to make sure we have line judging. Now, if you're not in those line judging pools, but you still want to line judge, please be available in the room. We'd love to be able to sort in line judges who have more experience and are better, or give our line judges breaks as we're doing this. There's going to be a lot of fights just in the pools themselves. If we fill that bracket, there's going to be 160 fights in standard. So, I mean, that's exciting and that's pretty amazing. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. I know I'm excited. Now we also have our brackets. I just wanted to quickly go over these, make sure these make sense to everybody. So in the brackets at the top, the event is TSL 4, coordinated by leadership. It has the dates. So in our over 50 bracket, it's taking place at our international tournament. This is going to be single elimination, which is our standard style. We're expecting to have a bracket size of about 16. This is single elimination with 10 points. In standard saber format, right? And then we're doing guaranteed fight time of 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, guaranteed fight time, for those of you who haven't done a match under guaranteed fight time, what that means is every time that we call a hold or there's a pause in the action, the timer will stop. In the traditional total bout time that we've used in the past, the clock runs unless a reset was called. On this one, a hold, a reset, anything that stops the action will also stop the clock. That gives you more time to actually be fighting, and you lose less time as we calculate points and things that move around. The other thing that's important to note is there isn't a at the timer score anymore. With guaranteed fight time, when there's 5 seconds left in the match, the timekeeper will yell final exchange. So whether that exchange takes 1 second or 10 seconds, when that exchange is over, no matter the outcome, that's when the match ends. So there's no need to race against the clock, so that we don't have people getting careless or trying to make snap decisions that may not be the safest decision to just try and beat that buzzer, right? We always want to be fighting safely and consciously. So with a guaranteed fight format at 5 seconds to the clock, the timekeeper will say final exchange, and then whenever that exchange has an outcome, no matter what the outcome is, that's when the match actually ends. So those are the two important things to remember about guaranteed fight time for those of you who haven't been fighting under that rule set. So yeah, that's going to be our over 50, right? After our over 50, we have our women's bracket. These are the two new brackets for this year. Women's bracket is being run in the same way. It's an international tournament. We're expecting we might have a few more people in that bracket, up to 24. Single elimination of 10 in the standard saber configuration with guaranteed bout time of 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The two things that I think are the most exciting and what I would really like to see from our community on the Thursday night matches, both for our over 50 and our women's matches. The idea is we really want to support these groups within there. So even if you are not fighting in the women's bracket or you are not in the over 50 bracket, I would love to see our members who are there on Thursday to please show up and support. Be a line judge, help time keep, cheer them on. It really doesn't matter who is crowned the winner at the end of those. What matters is that we support each other in this endeavor. Show them that they're a part of the community that we appreciate, and we like that they're in our community and are willing to help us grow in this fashion. So let's all be there and let's really cheer them on, right? Let's show a community event. I know not everybody is able to come in on Thursday, but anybody who's there, let's really try and make an outing for these people. Let's have some cheering and some support. So that's our Thursday events. Then we move to Friday, and on Friday our first event is our exotic bracket. So during the exotic bracket, we will have 2 exotic rings this year instead of just 1 like we did last year. And in those 2 exotic rings, we'll be breaking down, again, international tournament. We'll be doing a single elimination. We can have up to 64. We still have quite a few slots. I believe we were in the 40s when I last saw who was signed up. Single elimination to 10 points, guaranteed bout time of 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Obviously, the exotic weapons bracket. If you have questions over what's allowed in exotics, please refer to the official rules and guidelines document, and that'll answer your questions, or ask questions. We'll make sure you're good to go. Next bracket after exotics is going to be our tag team bracket. This is the first time we're having a tag team bracket as well. This is in order for us to hand out a world champion belt, sort of like we have in the championship series. We'll be using this format to hand out a world champion belt to crown somebody a world champion. But this will probably be the only year that we'll have a tag team bracket. From there, tag team will probably be a format that you'll see mostly in championship series events. So if you want to do a tag team bracket on a larger scale, this will be your chance. Make sure and sign up. It doesn't matter about winning and losing, and it just matters about having a good time and being a part of it. So again, international tournament. In this one, we will actually be doing, I skipped, where is over 50? Somehow I skipped tag team. There's tag team, my bad. So our tag team bracket, we have a bracket size of 32. So the reason it's 32 is because if we have 64 members, 2 members on a team, that's still 32 teams, but we'll have 2 pools. Thing that's important is that this will actually be held in the best 2 of 3. So even if you don't do well and you lose, you're guaranteed 2 tag team fights. We'll be doing a best 2 of 3 to a score of 10. This particular one we're going to do in total bout time rather than the stop time. That allows the clock to continue to run as we go through. This will be a more traditional way that tag team matches were run, and we just want to stick to that format. So that's total bout time rather than guaranteed fight time, and obviously that is a tag team match. Now we move to the standard saber, which I got my papers in order. So standard saber, this is going to be our big one. We'll be having an international tournament, pools. We'll be doing pools and a bracket, so we'll have 16 pools. If we fill up at 80 people, we'll have 16 pools of 5 people, which guarantees every person 4 fights minimum if we fill all the way up, which is exactly what we're hoping to do. From each pool, there will be 1 winner, which will seed a 16-person bracket. And then we'll do that bracket as a standard single elimination like we did before. So single elimination all the way through, whether it's a pool or bracket, to a point of 10. Guaranteed bout time. During the pools, guaranteed bout time will only be 2 minutes. We have 160 fights to get through, so we're going to shorten the length on those slightly. Once we get to the bracket, the fights will be our standard guaranteed fight time of 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So that basically sums up the events that we're planning at TSL 4. That sums up the 5 brackets that we're going to do. Remember, Sunday is open sparring, so come down on Sunday if you want to fight some people you didn't fight before. If there's something you want to do, we might have some events on Sunday. We're talking around some ideas like maybe having a demo of the Unity rules. Just use Sunday to be a community event and show you what's going on. So please come down, have a great time. Remember, these events only work because of our community, so be as involved as you can. Make sure that you can still take classes if there's something you want to do at CombatCon. We are now part of the CombatCon community as well since last year, so we want to support both CombatCon and TSL. I hope everybody's having a wonderful evening and look for more videos.